Hey there, my fellow anglers and outdoor enthusiasts. Welcome back to the channel, your go-to spot for the hottest fishing insights. Today, we're diving deep into the bite forecast for a very special day, Monday, December 8th, 2025, across our incredible Canadian waters. Now, friends, for many of us, December means one thing. Winter fishing is getting serious, and the ice is starting to form in many regions. This day promises some intriguing opportunities if you know where to look and what to cast. Don't let the cold deter you. Some of the most memorable catches happen when most folks are bundled up indoors. Let's talk tactics for some of our cold water champions. First up, the magnificent northern pike. In early December, pike are still actively foraging, especially in areas with available oxygen and structure. You'll want to target them along distinct weed lines, near submerged structures like fallen trees or rock piles, and often in shallow to medium depths where baitfish might be seeking shelter. These spots often indicate higher oxygen levels, which are critical in colder conditions. For tackle, tip-ups with large dead bait like smelt or herring are incredibly effective. If you're using a rod, go for large spoons or aggressive jerkbaits. Pike are looking for a substantial, easy meal to sustain them, so don't be shy with your lure size. Next, let's talk about the elusive lake trout. As the waters cool, these beauties will be seeking out their preferred stable temperatures. They tend to drop down into deeper zones where the water is typically around 4 degrees Celsius, their sweet spot. Look for them around major structural changes, deep drop-offs and humps in clear, oxygenated lakes. Vertical jigging with heavy spoons or large tube jigs can be deadly. Don't hesitate to use your sonar to mark fish and adjust your depth. A little tip from my experience: sometimes a small piece of cut bait on a dropper rig can entice a cautious laker. Finally, for those looking for consistent action and a delicious meal, we have the ever-popular yellow perch. These panfish congregate in winter and can offer fantastic fishing. You'll find them near the bottom, often along weed edges, subtle humps, or any structure that offers cover and holds baitfish. In lakes that are starting to ice over, they might be concentrated in areas with favorable oxygen levels. Small jigs tipped with minnows or waxworms are your best bet. Light line is crucial for detecting their often subtle bites. Don't be afraid to move around until you find a school. Once you do, the action can be non-stop. For our friends on the West Coast, especially in British Columbia, steelhead trout are beginning their early winter runs. This is a challenging but incredibly rewarding fishery. Focus on coastal rivers where these migratory fish will be making their way upstream. Use egg and flesh patterns mimicking the remnants of the fall salmon runs. Remember, river conditions are key, so check local reports before heading out. Bull trout and rainbow trout are also active in these rivers, often taking similar egg and flesh patterns. Now for the nitty-gritty, the conditions themselves. Across much of central and eastern Canada, taking Toronto as our representative region, early December 2025 is shaping up to be cold. We're looking at a daytime high of around -4 degrees Celsius and dropping to a nighttime low of -9 degrees Celsius. We can expect a mix of sun and cloud during the day, with cloudy skies and a 60% chance of flurries overnight. Wind will be a factor, with moderate breezes and potential gusts. While there are no drastic pressure changes expected for this specific day, overall, Canadian winters see pressure fluctuations that can make fish a bit finicky, pushing them slightly deeper or into more sheltered areas. The good news is that the lack of extreme cold snaps or violent storms means fish aren't under immense stress. Water temperatures, as expected for early December in Canada, will be very cold. Water temperatures in most freshwater bodies will range from near freezing to just a few degrees above 0 Celsius. In deeper lakes like Ontario, temperatures will hover around 4 degrees Celsius. Cold water has more dissolved oxygen, which is good, but fish metabolism slows significantly, making them less inclined to chase fast-moving baits. Therefore, slower presentations are key. And what about our lunar influence? On December 8th, 2025, the moon will be in a waning gibbous phase with an illumination of around 75 to 88% and decreasing. It will rise between 9 p.m. and midnight, and set after sunrise. The days immediately following a full moon can sometimes see a slight slowdown, as fish may have gorged themselves. However, the abundant moonlight still provides visibility, potentially extending feeding windows into the early morning or late evening. Many seasoned anglers believe this increased light can stimulate activity, especially for nocturnal feeders or deeper dwelling species. Considering all these factors, the stable cold temperatures, near freezing water, and significant moonlight from the waning gibbous phase, I am going to give the overall bite assessment for Canada on December 8th as challenging but rewarding, with periods of good activity for those adapted to the cold. While it is definitely winter and ice fishing conditions are setting in, the lack of extreme cold snaps or violent storms means fish are not under immense stress. Species like lake trout, northern pike, yellow perch, and coastal steelhead, which are well adapted to colder water, will be actively seeking food to sustain them. They will be less aggressive and require slower, more deliberate presentations, but they are there to be caught. So get out there, my friends, bundle up, stay safe on the water or ice, and chase those winter trophies. May your lines be tight and your coolers be full. If you enjoyed this forecast, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And tell me, what are your favorite cold weather fishing tactics? Have you had success with the waning gibbous moon? Let me know in the comments below.